Yard maintenance tools can be frustrating. Today we'll look at a new generation of tools that will make yard care rewarding and fun. A word that strikes fear into the heart of any homeowner, termites. We'll see what you can do to keep them away from your house and property. We love our gardens, but the weeds. We'll show you how you can block those weeds from the get-go. This is the show all about you and your space, your home and surroundings. We are Designing Spaces. Termites. What a homeowner's horror. There are steps you can take to discourage termites from showing up around your house and property. Designing Spaces gets together with a termite expert. Watch.
A friend of mine recently found out that she has termites in 3 areas of her house. And now, after almost 10 years in our house, I'm worried. Do we have termites and not even know it? Is there a way to prevent them?
Hi, how are you doing?
Good, I'm Karen.
Bob
Come
Hickman.
in. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you too.
It was really great to meet Karen, and it gives us at BASF, through Designing Spaces, an opportunity to cover the options homeowners have to deal with termites, whether it's preventive treatment or curative treatment if they already have termites. But first, I think it's important to sit down with Karen and go through a crash course in Termites 101. Well, Karen, let's learn a little bit more about termites.
Sounds good.
They're located in every state except Alaska. There's 40+ species out there, but not all of them are pestive structures. The ones that are, we put in 2 groups, subterranean termites and drywood termites. Subterranean termites by far do more damage than drywood termites. They move through the soil looking for food, like a fallen limb or a dead tree. We put our houses in their way, they think our house is their food. Drywood termites are different. They live their whole life above ground and they stay in the wood that they infest their whole life. Now if you look at this, you see where subterranean termites are. The heaviest is in the southeast. That's the highest risk for them there. We also have a couple of species that have come in from overseas. The one most famous is the Formosan termite, and it's Don the super termite. It's a very aggressive termite, has more colony members and can do damage faster. You have to be aware of which termite species you have.
Well, they're all creepy to me, but how can I tell if they're here? Are there any telltale signs?
Subterranean termites, classically you'll see the tubes coming up out of the ground as they come into your house. They will also have wood that blisters where they have eaten up everything except just the outside paint in many cases. You can actually see their damaged wood is very dirty. Drywood termites, if you get into their gallery system, it's real clean. They'll have these little fecal pellets that fall out. They look like little piles of pepper. In both termites, they will produce swarmers. And that's the most dramatic sign. You wake up, or in the evening you have these massive swarms in your house and you have a bunch of winged forms. And that's them just simply trying to spread their colonies. If you see any of those signs, you need to call a pest management professional quickly and have them come out and do a thorough inspection.
So if they find the termites, then they tent my house, right?
No, tenting is really only for drywood termites. Since subterranean termites come through the soil, it's a different type of treatment. That's why it's important to have a professional come out and take a look.
Speaking with Bob is great. It's been really educational because I used to think that the only option for treating termites was that huge, ugly tent that I see in the neighborhood, but now I know that there might be other solutions.
With subterranean termites, there's 2 forms of treatment. You can either do a liquid treatment, which involves putting a narrow band of the liquid termiticide around the foundation of the structure. Termites foraging through the soil will run into that and be controlled, and it's protecting your whole structure. Or you can use a baiting treatment. You put bait stations at various intervals around a home. The bait station contains a bait with a toxicant. Termites, through their normal foraging behavior, will eventually run into those stations, eat the bait, and share it with the other colony members. Either one is an option.
Okay, great. But what if the inspection shows no termites?
If you have no termites, it might consider a preventive treatment with either one. If you feel like you're in a high risk area, like Formosan termite areas, some people have actually gotten both.
Okay, so then how often should I have the house inspected?
Well, if you have a liquid termite treatment, they will schedule an annual inspection each year. With baiting, they're going to be out there at least annually to check the bait stations or several times during the year.
So it seems that the liquid treatment is easier to maintain, but is it as effective?
It is as effective. In fact, Termidor treatment is the most effective termite treatment to date. We've treated over 4 million homes since 2000 when it was introduced. And now we actually are introducing a new formulation of Termidor called Termidor HE, high efficiency. With that product, you have less disruption in the treatment and you're using half the water. You still get the Termidor transfer effect. That works by termites actually moving into the treatment zone. They get the Termidor on them, they don't die instantly. They may leave that treatment zone and move back, and then through social interactions with their nestmates, transfer that Termidor over to them, and you get a bigger effect.
Okay, so then what tips do you have to make my house more unattractive to termites to begin with?
Well, termites need 3 basic things: the soil they live in, food, and water. So the more you can limit freestanding water, wet sources around your structure, and any food sources, which is wood, around your structure, you're going to have better results of not having termites hit your house. Here's some other great tips. If you have excessive mulch next to your foundation, move it back. Don't store scrap lumber, plywood, or anything up next to the foundation. Firewood, it's best to move away from the foundation, but if you must store it there, lift it up off the ground. Go around your house, fix any leaky faucets. Those drip, drip, drips are a perfect draw for termites. Your AC drip line should be moved away from the foundation a bit. And most important, don't allow any structural wood to ground contact. Your wood siding should have a space between it and the ground.
Thanks so much for the tips. So now where can I go to find a pest management professional who uses Termidor?
I would recommend you go to the website termidorhome.com. Put your zip code in. It'll bring up a list of pest management professionals that are trained in using Termidor HE.
So we don't know if we have termites yet or not, but just knowing what to do already gives me peace of mind. So thank you, Bob, and thank you, Designing Spaces.
We'll continue to follow Karen's story and we'll update you in an upcoming episode. In the meantime, to see this portion of the show again, visit designingspaces.tv, where you'll find a link to their website as well. Gardening and lawn care should be rewarding and fun, from using the right power tools for a magnificent lawn to keeping those damaging pests away and maintaining beautiful flower beds. Enjoy your personal great outdoors from your friends at Designing Spaces.
For more information about anything you've seen on today's show or to find out how to be part of the show, log on to designingspaces.tv. You can visit these websites to learn more about the participants on this edition of Designing Spaces.